What's going on, everybody? It's not Sundown Munch. It's not even someplace crunch. It's me, Sunset Punch. Hope everybody is doing great and staying safe during these crazy times. I know I'm doing great myself. Baby steps are being made towards the new album, and to be honest, I really think the album's gonna be ready by early to like mid-May. So you all stay tuned with the vlogs. I'll keep you all updated. How about we cut through the shenanigans and get to this week's Album of the Week? For this week, I'm going to be choosing an album that I listened to constantly when I was a senior in high school. This week's Album of the Week is Magic Christian Music by Badfinger. If you are a huge fan of the Beatles, or if you have seen Breaking Bad's Felina, one of the greatest TV series endings of all time, then you should at least know who Badfinger is. I would like to say that Badfinger was really close to sounding like the Beatles, and it's mainly because of this album. Magic Christian Music is the debut album released by British rock band group Badfinger in 1970. The album contains 14 songs, and whoo baby, are they great. Some of my favorite songs include Come and Get It, Beautiful and Blue, I'm in Love, and Knocking Down Our Home. Even Dear Angie and Maybe Tomorrow are great too. The album even had contributions from the main man Paul McCartney himself. I actually found this album around the time where I could not find any new material by the Beatles, so finding bands that sounded just like them were the next best thing. This week's chord of the week is actually going to be a special chord. This is one of the first chords that I ever learned on the guitar, and to be honest, I think it's one of the nicest sounding chords on the guitar as well. This week, we are going to be talking about the G chord. Now, if I may be honest, I think the only song that I use the G chord shape in is actually in a song that has not been released yet. So if you go ahead and listen to the new album, you will definitely hear that G chord. But for the time being, how about I just show you how to finger the G chord instead?
Sorry guys, right as soon as I was about to record, my guitar string popped. So I will show you through this diagram. What you're going to want to do is put your middle finger down on the low string on the 3rd fret. Get your pointer finger next and put it on the 2nd fret of the 2nd thickest string. The middle 2 strings are going to be open, and then on the B string, which is the second to last string, you're going to want to put your ring finger down on the 3rd fret. This one is optional. The one that is not optional though is on the high E string, where you have to put your pinky down on the 3rd fret. When you have them all down, go ahead and give them a strum.
For this week's topic of the week, I'm going to be talking about the meaning of my top 2 Spotify songs, Bacon and Excuse to Shred. I would say out of all of the songs that I have written, Bacon probably stands out the most more than others. How about we go ahead and cue that song up? It helped last night feel not like such a blur. Smell the bacon, it smells good. Smell the bacon, it's the food. Smell the bacon, it smells right. Smell the bacon, no longer night. You hear a cup. Bacon is the 4th song I wrote for my first album, and is probably the first song I wrote when quarantine started. I really wanted a staple to the song so the song could stick in everybody's head. So why not write about everybody's favorite heart attack on a plate? The whole point about bacon is whenever you smell its greasy goodness, chances are it's a brand new morning, and brand new mornings usually mean the problems from yesterday no longer matter. The best thing to do is to just smell the bacon and keep going onward. Now, to be honest, I do think Bacon was probably one of the funnest songs I ever had recording. It was just so upbeat and so catchy. It was just really nice and pleasant to even be mixing on that song. And that's because mixing is usually a really tedious thing. But I will say though, a lot of my friends enjoy it, a lot of my family enjoys it. I often get teased about it sometimes, like sometimes I will catch my friends or family singing the chorus to me, and to be honest, I love it. I really think it's hilarious. I really cannot wait to perform Bacon live. Speaking about songs that I would love to play live, up next is One Eyed Greatness album closer, Excuse to Shred. Cue it up, baby. Excuse to Shred is a heavy rock song I wrote sometime in July of 2020. Initially to be titled Rage, I wanted to write a song that was angry rather than just being mad. The original lyrics were a lot more serious and on the nose. But then I soon switched them out with lighter lyrics that explained some frustrations I was having last year when it came to creating music. I was honestly so eager to play and create music, I would often think about it all the time, even when I was in class or when I was even taking a test. How about we stop looking at the past and go ahead and look at the future for this time in this week's Future Look. For this week's segment of Future Look, I'm going to be looking at the new album's second single. Now, the fact that this song has its own intro only solidifies the case that this song should be the one that kicks off the new album. This song is called Green Elephant. Cue it up. Green Elephant is a heavy rock song I wrote in December of 2020. I would say this song is one of the last songs I wrote in 2020's weird run, and to be honest, I'm a huge fan of the song myself. I really like the simplicity and rawness of the main riff. It's probably one of my favorite parts about it. There is no main theme for Green Elephant, to be completely honest. As a matter of fact, I just basically asked my friend Alex to give me a color and to give me a random animal. And just like that, poof, Green Elephant was born. Now, even though I said that Excuse to Shred has one of my best guitar solos, I will admit that Green Elephant has the best guitar solo. I do actually remember recording this solo as well. I think I spent around 2 hours creating, practicing, and then finally recording the solo. I don't think I touched my guitar for, the next 2 days after I recorded it. The rough versions of the songs can only be found on Soundcloud and YouTube as of now. However, the better version of the song is going to be coming out on YouTube and SoundCloud next Tuesday. And every other streaming platform is going to have it within the coming weeks. You all just stay patient. So, if you favor Disney-like intros, Black Sabbath-like riffs, and a rockin' guitar solo, then I think Green Elephant is surely the one for you. Sadly, that is all the time we have left for this week. I really do not have any other news to give you all. As far as gigging, I really haven't had anything come up for this past week. Like I said, if anything ever does come up, I will be sure to let you all know. One more thing that I forgot to add. I actually am going to be getting some gigs coming up back at my hometown, and I cannot wait to perform at them. I will see about including any kinds of pictures or videos that may be coming out in it, but it should be pretty great. As far as Kingsville though, I do not have any gigs coming up. If I ever do though, I will be sure to let you all know. Now you all, stay cool, stay great, and stay schwanky.